Incredible nature.
Some of the world's best beaches.
Layers of history. Welcoming people.
Gamas.
There are so many reasons why I love the Greek island of Crete.
It's the country's largest island.
It's also one of the most touristic places in Greece. Isn't it so kitsch that it's like almost cool? It's like almost cool. I'm gonna show you a more authentic side of Western Crete and give you tips for what you can do in spring and fall while leaving as little impact on the environment as possible.
We'll explore nature, taste fresh local dishes,
Amazing.
check out a slow tourism project, visit a world-famous beach,
Paradise.
and we'll experience local culture firsthand. We start in the city of Chania and then head west, making our way to the south coast. But first, Chania, framed by the White Mountains.
Chania is Crete's second largest city and one of the most beautiful cities in Greece. You can see its layers of history wherever you look.
The Romans, Byzantines, Venetians, and Ottomans all ruled here at one point, leaving their mark on the city.
The Yalitsami is one of Chania's oldest Ottoman buildings, dating back to the 17th century.
In the Old Town, you'll find picturesque streets lined with Venetian mansions and Ottoman balconies.
There's an international airport here, which means a lot of tourists, especially in the summer.
Over-tourism is a serious issue here, so I want us to avoid contributing to that as much as possible.
I'm here in mid-October, which is a great time for avoiding the extreme heat and the crowds. But let's get out of the city and explore.
I've rented a car, which is a must to properly see the island. You can easily find hybrid rentals like mine.
Due to the mountainous terrain, distances are very far in Crete, so I suggest you pick one area to explore as much as possible to make the most of your time.
Our first stop is Milia Mountain Retreat, a pioneer of ecotourism on Crete.
The philosophy is simple: to minimize human impact on the environment. Hello, I'm Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. Welcome, welcome. Come to show you.
Thank
Milia.
you.
Come
Thank
to
you.
see.
To learn more, I meet Tassos, one of the co-owners. Two families built this complex on an abandoned 15th century settlement 31 years ago.
They found some money from the European.
I love it. It's really just like we're walking through a village.
Okay. We use all the original materials, the ruins of the houses, so everything it was reused here, so that's the real meaning of the less impact when you build a place. We also adopt solar panels for our energy. It has natural source of water.
You won't find any TVs in the rooms here. They want guests to feel as close to nature as possible.
The interiors are trying to take you into the time machine of Milia and brings you back, to the past.
Milia stays open until January. However, many accommodations in Crete close between November and April. So do keep that in mind when you're planning your vacation.
And they also offer hikes in the surrounding area. Today, Tassos is taking me somewhere very special. Topolia Gorge. Streams carved Crete's limestone into deep ravines. They're home to rare plant species you won't find anywhere else.
Crete has over 400 gorges. Some are famous, like Samaria, and some, like this Topolia, are lesser known. It's just 1.5 kilometers.
With more than 300 sunny days a year, the island also has one of the longest hiking seasons in Europe. Spring and fall are ideal, since it's often too hot in summer.
But weather in the mountains can change quickly. We already have some clouds rolling in here. So safety first, and Tassos, I know you have some things to say about that.
Good boots, for sure. Plenty of water. And if the weather forecast it looks a little bit unstable, so they have to stop it and do it another day. And for sure, if they want to do a long hike, they must have a local guide with them.
Very important, have your local guide. Yeah, thank you.
I've worked up an appetite, and it's time to try something Crete is famous for. It's food.
Wow, oh my gosh, this is quite a view.
The west is the greenest and most fertile part of the island.
It's really not difficult to find dishes that are seasonal and local here.
This is something on the house for the start.
Wow, this is something very typically Cretan. If you're lucky, you may get more than you asked for. This is the kind of traditional Cretan hospitality, or philoxenia. It's quite famous here. Ooh. Ridiculously large portions, so generous, obviously meant to be shared by multiple people.
Chestnut stew, kilopites pasta with meatballs, xenohondros, goat's milk and wheat with mushrooms, kalitsunia pies with wild greens, and braised lamb with garden beans.
Amazing, amazing. Always the marker of a fresh salad. How good is the tomato? That's a fresh tomato. That's what I can tell you. I'm so incredibly full, and we just got dessert on the house and the typical raki liquor that you get at the end of every meal in Crete. I don't know. I don't think you're really supposed to drink all of that, or at least I can't, but it's been a great meal.
My next stop is the village of Tsourouniana with a population of just 5 people. But the 3 members of PoTolo Cooperative are helping to bring this former wine-producing village and its land back to life.
Sounds like a good idea.
Wine has been produced in Crete for at least 4,000 years.
Really nice. I want to know a little bit more about this project. What are you guys doing here? Why are you in this village?
Here we work with the land. We have an olive grove that we cultivate in a vineyard, and we produce olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, and low intervention wines. And also we have built this place to have wine tastings. Our main goal is actually to regenerate the land, but also to rejuvenate the village.
Tsourouniana is one of over 2,100 villages in Greece that have less than 10 residents, as young Greeks moved to cities to make a living. Mersini's grandfather owned this kafenio, a traditional cafe that was once the heart of the village.
This one is so
Here you
cool.
can see the character, like the soul of my grandfather. You can
After years in the wine industry, she decided to return to her roots, joining forces with Alexandros and Stratis and renovating the cafe.
And I think also we have started something that brings life back here in this area.
Delicious Romeico, the most characteristic variety of the Chania region. Tastings here are meant to be discussions.
Normally we taste indigenous varieties, and that actually allows us to open up topics about consuming in a conscious way. What does it mean to consume local product? What does it mean in terms of the environment? We try to promote, if I would say, slow tourism, which is the opposite of the over-tourism that we've got in Crete and in the region of Chania.
And they hope to inspire others to regenerate rural areas too. After an hour's drive south, we've reached the beach segment of this video.
We made it to Crete's south coast, and I can already tell it is much warmer here. That is because the southern coast generally stays a bit warmer and sunnier and drier than the north. You can really feel that. Built partly on the ruins of the ancient city of Calamidi, Palaiochora is a little bit touristic, but it makes a great jumping off point for exploring the southern coast by boat.
We're taking a speedboat called the Corsaros, the pirate, with Captain Manos to check out 2 unmissable beaches.
Are you a pirate? Dangerous.
Between May and October, there are group boat tours and some ferries to take you along the coast. There's a lot to see down here.
One day looking maybe 20 dolphins.
20 dolphins?
Maybe.
Maybe.
And one whale together.
Oh my gosh. Was that the best day of your life?
Yes, I like.
First stop, Kedrodasos Beach.
The water is very, very calm, very blue. Irema. Look at this.
The juniper forests and sand dunes here are fragile ecosystems, and they're part of a protected area called the Natura 2000 network.
Kedrodasos is really off the grid. You won't find any snack bars, sun umbrellas. It's also nudist friendly, so if that's your vibe, bring snacks and food, leave your bathing suit at home, and have a good time. But we won't be getting that part on camera, so.
And now, the famous beach of Elafonisi.
We're the first people here! Early bird gets the worm, you know?
Welcome to Elafonisi.
Ah, thank you! Here we are. It's amazing. Its claim to fame are these beautiful turquoise waters and the pink sand, which is actually fragments of coral and shell. So cool. Really gives it this like very kind of surreal pink hue. Look how pink it is here. It's like getting more and more pink as we go.
Elafonisi is a small island connected to the mainland by a sandbar, which you can easily walk across.
It is completely calm and so tranquil here. If you are here in the high season, this place is something completely different. Off season and early, in my opinion, are the best times to come. Cretan beaches, paradise.
Night falls in Palaiochora.
And I couldn't let you leave the island without experiencing one of the most unique aspects of Cretan culture, and that is its traditional music, which is near and dear to my heart. Let's check it out.
It's often played with Cretan lute and lyra, like here, or violin. The songs and dances vary from region to region. If you find live music like this while you're in Crete, you should definitely check it out.
Yamas. I'm learning a Cretan instrument, so you know, like I have to get in on this too.
It's called the Bulgari.
Well, I had a very good time exploring Western Crete, and I hope I gave you some ideas for things you can do outside of the summer season. Hiking, wine tasting, exploring rural areas, and learning about interesting projects. Let me know which part of this trip you enjoyed the most. And as the Greeks say, ta leme. See you next time. I'm done with the video, but I'm not done with the night.